commodities were the country's largest imported goods, adding to that's according to new data from the Ghana Statistical Service. This highlights Ghana's heavy reliance on imported petrol products. According to reports, diesel imported for the Tema oil refinery alone cost 28.46 billion cedis. This figure represents 11.2% of Ghana's total import bill. Light oils, including motor spirit, that is super, followed with imports valued at 23.24 billion cedis, accounting for 9.2% of total imports. This heavy reliance on imported fuels places significant strain on Ghana's foreign exchange reserves. It also negatively impacts the country's external trade balance. The consistent high demand for imported energy products complicates efforts to stabilize the city and improve the national economy. Ghana has been working to strengthen its domestic refining capacity, but the 2025 figures show these efforts have not yet significantly reduced import dependency. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the Afternoon Business Review, where we tell you what is moving your money and markets. Many thanks for joining us on today's edition of the Afternoon Business Review. You want to know how the economy is being shaped? And by what? Is it taxes? New policies? Or debt? There are so many factors that could shape your money, and the market in which you operate. To be updated on all that, you need to stay tuned into the Afternoon Business Review, where we bring you all the information you need to know about the economy. My name is Oye Ankrah. Thanks for accepting us as we talk business over lunch. Have you had lunch yet? Bon appetit if you are having your lunch. Let's move straight to the commodities market and talk about the prices of crude oil, gold, and cocoa. How much they are being sold on the global market. Crude oil has increased, that is the price of crude oil, has increased by $5 and is selling at $82 per barrel, down from the $87 per barrel it was sold on Thursday. Gold is being pegged at $4,397, up from the $4,385 it was sold on Thursday. It has increased by about $12. And cocoa is priced at $5,842, up from the $5,757 it was sold on Thursday. Cocoa price has increased. Cocoa price has increased by about $85. Let's move straight to the interbank market to find out how much the major currencies, the euro, the pound, the dollar, are being retailed by the commercial banks. The dollar is selling at 10 cedis 55 pesos. That is, if you want to sell your dollar, that's how much you are likely to make from the banks. 10 cedis, 55 pesos per dollar. If you want to buy, on the other hand, it is buying at 10 cedis, 44 pesos. So if you want to buy a dollar, you need 10 cedis, 44 pesos to get $1 from the commercial banks. The British pound is trading at 14 cedis, 85 pesos. And if you want to buy, you are likely to buy it at 14 cedis, 83 pesos. The euro is going for 12 cedis, 68 pesos. And if you want to buy, you are likely to buy 1 euro at 12 cedis, 67 pesos. And these figures are on the interbank market, how much the commercial banks are retailing these currencies. Remember, the figures may be higher or lower at the regulated forex bureaus. And remember, you do not have to go to the black market. It is illegal to do so. A good time to check out how your stocks are doing on the Ghana Stock Exchange. Kathleen Dati of DataBank has some updates from the Ghana Stock Exchange for us. Take a listen.
The stock market ended the week on Friday with price gains in 10 equities against 5 laggards. The top gainers were Unilever, SIC and Clydestone, while Fan Milk, GCB Bank and Societe Generale declined. Driven by the price moves, the Ghana Stock Exchange Composite Index surged to a year-to-date return of 74.54%, while the DataBank Stock Index returned 87.98%. MTN Ghana, Goil and Cowbank traded the most, accounting for 56% of the market turnover after trading 1.3 million shares across 29 counters. For DataBank Research, Kathleen Dazi.
And this is the Afternoon Business Review.
Class 91.3 FM.
We have a big story coming up. A story that matters to both you and I. The President Mahama, has hinted that the Ghana cedi is going to be redesigned. The features are going to be upgraded. Let me bring you the story. President John Mahama has announced that Ghana's currency is long overdue for a refresh, citing. So he's citing the need to periodically update the security features on banknotes to stay ahead of counterfeiters. He said the decision to redesign the cedi rests with the Bank of Ghana. So after hinting, he said the Bank of Ghana has plans. Speaking during his tour of the Upper East region, President Mahama said a currency refresh involves updating the security features of banknotes to strengthen their protection against counterfeiting. Let's listen to the president speaking in the Upper East region and hinting that our currency notes are going to be redesigned.
Every country, every 10 years, you are supposed to refresh your currency, because if you use the same currency for too long, people learn how to counterfeit it. So from time to time, you have to change the security features on your currency and refresh the currency, so that it will take another 5 years, 6 years for the counterfeiters to be able to determine the security features and now start being able to produce their own currency. And so this particular currency is long overdue for refreshing. I know the governor has plans to refresh the currency, and I'm sure that at the appropriate time the Bank of Ghana will let Ghanaians know what they are doing about it. What I must say is that the cedi today is stronger than it was in the past because of good economic management. Your currency is as strong as your economic management. And because of the good policies we put in place, the cedi is holding its own against other major currencies. And so we'll continue to make sure that the economy bolsters the strength of the cedi. But like I said, at the appropriate time, the governor will apprise us of any plans that he has for replacing the currency.
So you had the President John Mahama hinting that the Ghana currency has or needs a new face. It has to look. We have to refresh how it looks, and he is saying that the reason for it is that we have to be ahead of counterfeiters. When the refreshing of the currency or upgrading of the features of the currency takes so long, counterfeiters may be able to now produce. Let's speak with somebody who is in the security industry, a fraud and security consultant, Richard Kumado. He's joined us on the telephone. Good afternoon, sir, and welcome to the Afternoon Business Review.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. Mr. Kumado, the president has just given a hint that the Bank of Ghana is probably considering upgrading the features on the Ghanaian cedi. And he said that he wants to, I mean, he put it as a redesign of the cedi. Is it the same, upgrading the features on the currency and redesigning? Are they different things or they are the same?
Sometimes they come together. But what is well known all over the world is that all currencies suffer in the hands of counterfeit crew members. So what we say as part of national security and national sovereignty when it comes to currencies is that aside investigating, arresting, and prosecuting the counterfeit crew members, one other best option at the disposal of the managers of the economy or the central governor is that you increase the security features of your currency, you audit the printing houses, then you also monitor how the currency is used in the larger market. Once you are able to do that, any red flag is easily picked up and it helps you to be ahead of the counterfeit people. So if you hear the president speaking in that regard, I don't know the decisions they have taken, but it's a well knowledge that many of the things he spoke about are normal things that are being done all over the world.
Very well, Mr. Kumado, but how often should countries upgrade the features or the security features on their currencies?
Sometimes they may even print a currency and realize that moving the currency from one area to the other or peculiar features on the currency. When we are talking of currency, so when you take Ghana currency, you have 200, 100, 50, 20, 10, 5. They may print any of the categories and realize that a particular feature has given vulnerability to the currency. And in that regard, they may call it off. Or they may realize some defective features on the currency and they may call it off. So it will not take the standardized period of 10 years, but currencies have ability of being called off as quickly as possible or new ones being printed out. For instance, if they realize that the 5 Ghana cedis have become a bit more old, you realize that they will print in more ones. And that is why sometimes you go to the bank and you realize that the currencies they are giving you are very fresh. It doesn't mean they have changed the feature, except to say that the old ones they have in circulation have become a bit more old, and it might be creating some level of vulnerabilities for users. So they print new ones in that regard.
When it comes to the Ghana cedi, which aspect of it will the Bank of Ghana touch if it has to go through with this plan?
I don't know which ones may come under their review, whether all of them or categories of them. It depends on the category. And when you are doing all, then you look at the wholesale approach, and you don't print your currencies in Ghana, and you might design them and have some features. But it goes through a consultative period. It goes through a risk assessment arena where you have critical people with critical eyes to look at it. Then from the printer's view, then you are benchmarking international best practices in terms of safety, security, bulkiness, accessibility, and how easy it is to facilitate economic activities in your country. These are some of the areas they may look at before they will decide we wanted to add this, we want to remove this. And exactly in the sense that they might have picked some vulnerabilities that has given an edge to counterfeit people and they want to stop it.
And Mr. Kumado, looking at the security features and how much it costs, how much do you think Ghana? Because I'm asking you because of who you are. I mean,
You mean the printing cost?
I mean, changing the security features of a currency.
No, I mean, are you talking of the printing cost?
No,
involved?
I'm talking about the cost of upgrading a security feature on a currency. Do you
Oh
purchase?
no! Once you upgrade it, you are going to print it. So it's just like you are printing a book, and you have a review section of the book, or you print volume 1, and you are printing volume 2, and you want to carry some of the things in volume 1 to volume 2, or you printed a book and you want to do a revised edition. A revised edition means that you either bring in a wholesale, accept some peculiar chapters or content or something, and that is the same way they work with currencies.
Does it mean that we are not incurring additional cost if we're just going to print
No, you are
what
going
we
to print
have?
it too. You are going to print it. So once you print it, come with a cost, and that's why I spoke about the cost. That's why I spoke about the printing house. You need to audit them, and that's why I talk about when it is printed. And that's why I told you we don't print our currencies in this country, and even the transportation of the currency from where it is printed to where it's supposed to be, it comes with some level of cost.
Fantastic. So I'm asking, if we were printing what we have without any upgrade, would it be lesser a cost than
No,
you know
it's back of
upgrading?
Ghana to determine that.
Very
Yeah,
well.
because they may have a long-term relationship with the printers. I don't know the printers they use, and even if I don't say, so they may have some economic leverage or economic cost or opportunity cost, cost comparative advantages with the printers, and they are solely responsible in determining that and what went into it.
Mr. Kumado, we changed our currency 18 years ago. 7 years ago, we did a similar exercise where we upgraded the features. It's not up to 10 years. I agree that, yes, I mean, we can decide to do it earlier than the 10 years. But looking at our currency, how it circulates and counterfeiting and everything, how sophisticated the world is and all of that, do you think we need that right now?
No, it's policy makers and decision makers in the area of currency management who decide that.
But you are a security person. Is our security
I'm
not
actually a fraud
robust enough?
prevention expert. I have dealt with counterfeiting, not just currency, but goods and services all over the globe.
Yeah.
As many of them that hit our market. But then again, they are policy makers and they are decision makers in that regard. What is influencing it might be various things I spoke to you about. Is it that the counterfeit crew members are taking advantage of our currency? Is it a whole currency or specific ones? Is it that we are benchmarking international best practices? Is it that something has become a peculiar that we have noticed it, that we want to correct it? There are several things that may decide what to do, what not to do when it comes to improving it, or when it comes to adding on, or when it comes to redesign as a whole. And that is a sole responsibility of the currency managers.
My final question, and with the fact that you have dealt with currencies, where do you think the Bank of Ghana should touch to ensure that?
Again, I didn't hear that.
I'm asking, based on your experience, where do you think, with regards to the currency, should the BOG touch or look at so that we can reduce counterfeiting?
No, it's all part of the security arrangement they will have. You are speaking to the whole country on Class FM. Everybody listens to it. And so there are some things naturally you wouldn't say.
Okay.
But what you would say is that there may be vulnerabilities that they have spotted. There may be the need to upgrade or to streamline it. And there may be the need to do it in a way that matches the security features of international best practices.
Very well. Thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Mr. Kumando. He is a fraud and security analyst. That was Richard Komado there. But my co-host Nana Juman Prempe has been doing some digging. Nana, you have been. I mean, when we heard the president say that or give that hint, we quickly started working, trying to research on how when the last time we did such an exercise, how much it cost and all of that. What have you gathered?
Right. So, Nanoye, let me take you. Right, so Nanoye, let me take you to the 2000s. So, in 2002, there was a redesign, which was a very important milestone for Ghana. So, Ghana introduced a new generation of higher value banknotes. That's the Bank of Ghana's catalog records, that was of 10,000 Ghana cedis and 20,000 Ghana cedis. Fast forward to 2007. That's where the big modern change happened. So 3rd July 2007, Ghana introduced the Ghana cedi after redenomination. So it came with the whole news, one Ghana cedi, 20 pesos and all that. So that's where this whole change came about. So the Bank of Ghana said the redenomination was intended partly to address the problems created by the large number of zeros on the old currency then, that was in 2007. And so the new feature came with a big six on the currencies. And the bank affirmed or confirmed that these six personalities from the main portrait theme of Ghana's current banknotes. So that's when you hear on radio, TV, check if there are six people on your currency. It shows that it's original. You have to raise it up. If you see Tetekwashi inside, it was all part of the modern design. So in 2010, the bank introduced the two series note. Yes. Then in 2019, there was a security feature upgrade after the new design in 2007. So for 2019, the bank did not completely redesign the note. Instead, it upgraded the security features. So it had the spark life. So especially on the 10, 20, and 50 series, you for the 10 series it was the cowrie shell, which was the spark life in there. For the 20 series, it was the star, and the 50 series, it was the cocoa pod. Yes, and it also had the rapid security thread. So you see, when you check our currency, there's a thin line.
Like a silver
Yes,
kind of line.
so that's
in
the
there.
rapid security thread. It has bars and codes in there to verify
That
that.
the eyes cannot see.
Yes.
You can't spot it.
Aside from me. Yes, and we also had more prominent watermark. What I talked about, you see, even with the 50 Ghana cities, if you touch a bit of the center left, there's an image there. Yes, and when you raise it up there, you see Tetekwashi hiding in there. If the person is not in there, it means it is fake. And also, it had enhanced a band, which is a more visible golden band, was added to the back of the notes. And here are some key points for 2019 to ensure that the security upgrade was done. So the big six portrait, colors changed, dimensions, and major background images imaged and changed. So for 2019, it was a heavy security feature updated there. But 2022 to 2025, there are further denominations and features like the 1 CD notes, 2 CDs, 5 CDs. It's being modified a bit, and according to the Bank of Ghana, the higher denominations were introduced to make large cash transactions more convenient. So the major change was in 2007 when we had the modern change, and 2019 when we had the extent or the big security feature upgrade.
Right. Nana, I will let you give us the figures as to how much we spent 7 years ago when we had to do that security upgrade. But I want us to look at some countries on the continent that have, in recent times, also upgraded their currencies. Zimbabwe, for instance, has rolled out a fresh series of redesigned Zimbabwe gold, that's the ZiG
The ZiG.
banknotes, starting April 7, 2026, featuring improved durability and security features. Namibia launched and upgraded banknotes and a new coinage series in mid 2025 as part of the Bank of Namibia's 35th anniversary and modernization efforts. Zambia introduced newly designed high security family banknotes and coins to promote financial inclusion and prevent fraud. Nigeria implemented a high profile redesign of the 200 naira, 500 naira, and 1,000 naira notes via the Central Bank of Nigeria to mop up excess liquidity and curb illicit cash hoarding. South Africa issued upgraded Nelson Mandela banknote series and a deep ecology coin series through the South African Reserve Bank with advanced authentication features. Somalia announced plans via its central bank to demonetize and replace aging high value notes to fight inflation and counterfeit bills. So we have several countries on the continent: Zimbabwe, Namibia, Zambia, Nigeria, South Africa, Somalia, who have all in recent years upgraded their currency. So it's not just Ghana. And interestingly, I will let you know how much we lose as a country to counterfeit. Ghana loses an estimated $5.7 billion dollars annually to the import and circulation of fake, counterfeit, and substandard, goods. So 5.7 billion US dollars, lost to counterfeit circulation and importation of counterfeit. So it is very important that this is done. As to whether it should be done now, I don't know. But it is important for every country to upgrade the security features on their currencies. So that's a very interesting story coming in this afternoon. The president has hinted that we are going to, redesign our currencies. We are going to give the currencies a fresh look with high-tech security features so that counterfeiters will not be able to, produce any of our currencies, because we lose so much, $5.7 billion annually to counterfeit. It is crazy. No, it's crazy. So we will bring you more on this. It just came in, and so I know that over the period, a lot of people will pick it up. We'll hear from analysts. We'll definitely hear from Parliament, because I'm sure the minority will have a say or two about this. They will look at how much the government is going to spend on printing these new money, and a lot of discussion will go into this. So we'll keep you updated on any development, but we are also told that the Bank of Ghana, or the governor of the Bank of Ghana, has plans. So as and when we meet the governor, we'll ask him for those plans. My name is Oye Ankrah. Many thanks for the time. As always, I did this with my co-host, Nana Juman Premper, and we'll come your way again with more interesting stories and analysis that are shaping the Ghanaian economy. Have a good afternoon.